Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, and Magnolia and I are passing the Norfolk Naval Station. We're trying to get down to Great Bridge Lock today. It's only about 22 miles, so not a terribly long run. Wind was blowing fairly hard. 23 knots right now. So I deliberated doing a lay day, just staying at anchor next to Fort Monroe where I was last night, but trying to get by the Gilmerton Bridge, which doesn't open during rush hour in the morning on a weekday, is really difficult. So anyway, just had a Navy frigate, I guess, 57 go past on his way out, and thought I'd show you some of the Navy ships as we go by. They have a patrol boat with its lights on. Saw dolphins for the first time on this trip just a few minutes ago. Saw two different groups or pairs. That was nice. They'll become a lot more prevalent once it gets to North Carolina, but it's always fun seeing them for the first time. Tell you what, it's been an interesting trip so far. Left Solomon's Friday, of course, and got away from the dock about 10 after 7, and went down to Mill Creek across from Reedville off the Great Wycomico River. And I'll tell you what, it was sporty out on the bay, especially down around the mouth of the Potomac. It got really interesting. They were calling for 3-foot waves, so I sort of deliberated on waiting a day, but then that would have screwed up getting past the Gilmerton Bridge down here. On Sundays, they just open on demand, so you don't have to wait until 8:30 in the morning to get under it. Wonder what this guy is doing ahead. Looks like he's maybe backing in. Alright, well anyway, they were calling for 3-foot waves on Monday, and they were more like 6 to 8 foot, and wind gusts were supposed to have been in the low to mid 20s max. Well, they got up to 33 knots, so it was only 42 nautical miles, but it was an interesting 42 nautical miles, let me put it that way. I was too busy holding on for dear life to pull out the GoPro and shoot any video after the initial one I did Friday morning. This Maersk cargo ship is backing up, so I need to get out into the channel and get around the front of him. I'm hoping that this being a Sunday that things are a little slower going through here as well. Wind was blowing last night. Yesterday wasn't too bad. I never saw it get over, I guess, 15 knots. So coming from Mill Creek near Reedville to Mill Creek next to Fort Monroe, that's where I anchored last night, and there were probably 10 or 15 boats in there, and usually there are crab pots in there that you have to dodge, but I did not see any this time, so there was plenty of room for everybody. And that's a really good stop-off spot, I think, because you can duck in off the bay and then get an early start if need be to get down through Norfolk. All right, well, that's about all I have for now. Hopefully there's a free dock or 200-foot bulkhead above the Great Bridge Lock, and then there's one below Great Bridge, and hopefully I can find a spot either above the lock or below to tie up for the rest of the day and this evening, and then get an early start and try and get to Coin Jock tomorrow. And I'll either go past that to Camden Bay, where I've anchored before, or make a reservation at Coin Jock. They have a restaurant there, and they're famous for their prime rib. So in all my trips, I've never had the prime rib there. So anyway, we'll see how it works out. So far, so good. Hope everyone's doing well. All for now.